This story speaks to what is required to live harmoniously. There's Will, Carrie's husband, who the family calls Uncle Pumpkin.
Here's what I want you to hear, Uncle Pumpkin. You invited these people into your house. Carrie said, no, I don't want them here. And you let them in anyway. You sacrificed your wife.
Unheard, unloved.
I call it the witch of the house.
These people need help. I don't even think I can help them. They need help.
Fix My Full House. What an incredible story of healing. Now we call it intergenerational living, but back then it was just the members of the family who needed a place to stay. This family hadn't done their work, and you're about to witness a crowded house that becomes a divided house. It's about a marriage that's suffocating under the weight of everyone else's needs. It's about a wife who was turned into and became a villain, and a husband turned into a patriarch. You'll meet Miss Carrie, who wasn't just drinking, she was drowning under the weight of unspoken hurt and trauma. And Mr. Will was unknowingly recreating the very dysfunction he swore he would never repeat. Uncle Pumpkin remains one of my favorite guests. He wanted to do better. He just didn't know the truth behind the craziness running rampant on his watch. This story wasn't just about 14 people living together in one house. It was about 14 unspoken wounds grieving in every room. A very powerful episode filled with lessons for us all. Will, a local restaurant owner, has invited 14 members of his family, including 9 children, to live in his home against the wishes of his wife, Carrie.
Will and I, we just cohabitate together, basically.
Carrie has reacted by lashing out with angry words, and in the last few months, they say she has become violent.
She hit me. She open-handedly smacked me in my face in the left side. My wife's just a real bitch.
Family members say that Carrie's behavior gets worse when she drinks.
Don't let Aunt Carrie know that there's a cocktail nearby because, oh, I forgot to tell you how she was a secret drunk. Did I mention that? She spends a lot of her time in her room getting lit.
Things are so bad, Carrie says she's ready to walk away from her 34-year marriage.
See, part of the problem here is y'all don't tell the truth. Everybody tells the truth from their perspective, but not the truth of what's going on. There's a bigger truth here.
When she lost her first baby, that's when it started.
Yeah.
How did she lose the baby?
Crib there.
Sudden crib there.
That's not losing a baby. That's losing a child.
He was probably a week. Maybe
A week old.
Yeah.
So a week after a woman gives birth to her baby, she comes to the crib and finds him dead.
Yeah. She started drinking, and it was always, no matter what was in the house, it was gone.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really. I don't understand. I swear to God, I don't understand.
It was very rare for me to have an emotional response to a guest or a guest story. But this story touched me in ways that I still remember to this day. Perhaps as a mother who'd buried a child, I understood and recognized the depth of that pain in a way that members of this family just couldn't. Yeah, I remember going to the bushes to weep, not for Miss Carrie, but for myself.
I buried a child. She was 31. There's no amount of liquor in the world that can fill that hole.
Right.
Nothing. It's in every breath I take now, 10 years later. When a woman buries a child, there's a hole in her soul that changes who she is.
Yeah.
But here's what I want you to hear, Uncle Pumpkin. You invited these people into your house. Somewhere along the way, Miss Carrie said, no, I don't want them here. And you let them in anyway, to be the patriarch. You brought me here saying this woman is a bitch and a witch and she's ruining everybody's life and she's broken and damaged and you knew it. Y'all call me here. I hope you be happy when I leave. I'm just horrified. Horrified. I can't imagine it. And then there are 9 children in this house. These people need help. I don't even think I can help them. They need help.
I know this pain. I know family pain. And while living with the trauma, Carrie is under constant fire in her own home that no one seems to notice or care about. She is really the heart of the family. I really want to help restore her to her rightful place. And it's all grounded in the reality that your truth, the truth of your heart, your mind, your soul, will really set you free from the thing that's holding you in the dysfunction.
I had a conversation with Mr. Will today, and we talked about your son that you lost.
He actually spoke on that.
Yeah.
I don't speak on that.
Why not?
It's too painful. You never get over losing a child.
I buried one.
Damn you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for you.
I'm sorry for you. So what do you do with that pain?
Nothing. I don't do anything with it. I pray on it.
How's that helping you, not talking about it? Because your family talks about your anger, how you strike out. Is it possible that that's how you work through your pain?
That's quite possible. Quite understandable.
But dealing with your pain in that way has created total chaos in your household.
It has. Right.
It's important that you do a family inventory. Write down where you are carrying people and problems and pain and what it costs you. Then tell the truth. Tell the truth about what is poisoning your home, your family, and your heart. And then honor yourself by doing what's required to have spiritual hygiene for your mind. What do you need to clean up? Spiritual hygiene for your heart. What do you need to let go of? Spiritual hygiene for your body. What do you need to do or not do? And spiritual hygiene for your soul. Where are you going? And what is your new desire? Now, I'm about to show Uncle Pumpkin how he got into this mess in the first place. I remember my team shaking their heads in disbelief when I asked for a big old catfish. I had to make it clear the mess that he made that he may never, ever forget.
Would you consider yourself the head of this household?
Yes.
Okay, because you brought your wife here. You invited your sister
Yes.
and your nephew and a host of other people along the way to my gift, Uncle Will. I'm gonna take him, you take the box.
Wow.
Because Uncle Pumpkin, the fish stinks from the head to the tail. You the head. Fish don't stink from the tail to the head.
Let me talk about that for a moment. The the fish stinking or healing or growing or falling apart. Because power doesn't run up, it runs down. So whoever is at the head of the family, the head of the company, the head of the group, the head, whatever's going on at the head is going to filter down through all phases of whatever is beneath it. Power doesn't run up, it runs down. Starts at the head, your head. The thing that interrupts intimacy and connection quicker than anything else is a violation of trust. Mr. Will, we talked yesterday about the times when Miss Carrie felt that you weren't there to protect her, that she didn't feel safe, about the promises you made to your beloved that you didn't keep, about the times you disappointed her. Those things still live in her heart. You two have to be willing to forgive each other and let that go. But Mr. Will, you've got to take ownership and responsibility for the number of failures and the number of disappointments that you have walked her through without an explanation. You got to own it, Mr. Will.
Yeah.
Yes, Miss Carrie. Yeah.
It's a painful thing when you have to hold so many of your feelings inside because if I let my feelings out,
Yeah.
I feel he won't see the vulnerability. He'll see it as a weakness.
Oh, yeah. Let's test it. Let's test it. Look at your husband and tell him, I am afraid to be vulnerable with you. I'm afraid
to be vulnerable with you.
Because? How many men are absolutely clueless that their way of being, their way of speaking makes their wife or partner or girlfriend feel unsafe? And how many women feel unsafe with their husband, boyfriend, partner, and yet don't have the words to say it? Oh, it happens every day.
Because I didn't think you cared.
Yes.
I do care.
Well, move in and let her know. He may not know how to say what he needs to say. And you not knowing how to ask for what you need, oh, this is just a poor spiritual hygiene cocktail for disaster. Tell her, I was so busy
I was so busy.
trying not to be like my father. Tell her.
Trying not to be like that.
I didn't know who to be like.
I didn't know who to be like.
Yeah, you were right, baby. I ended up doing to you what he did to my mother.
What he did. Please forgive me.
Please.
I do love you, baby.
I missed you.
I missed you.
Y'all have to learn how to hold on to each other in the hard times. What courage for a man to be that vulnerable. Sadly, Uncle Pumpkin has passed away since we taped the show. I was impressed, however, by his willingness to trust me and the process because Uncle Pumpkin was OG. He was the old guard. But willing to be vulnerable as a demonstration of healing, as a demonstration of what's possible. To acknowledge that he hurts. That's huge for a man.